I am yours. Oh, how you talk to me. You know how you walk with me. Oh, how you tell me that I am yours. You know my name. Oh, how you know my name. Oh, how he's talked to me. Oh, how he's walked with me. Oh, how he's shown me that without him, I can do nothing. I've been I've been doing a lot of thinking and a lot of talking and talk to my oldest, well, my next to my oldest brother today, John, and he always encourages me, um, telling me that I am Esther, that I have endured, and I know I have endured, and I can go on and on about my son Ray John and the different tasks I've endured with him, but I'm gonna start from day one. Um, Before I do that, I do want to go into prayer and meditation on asking God to lead my words, that I say the right words and that I have the right spirit in it, that He speaks through me, that He uses me, that I can be encouragement to somebody else that's caring for a loved one that's on the spectrum, that's 24 hours, that's that's their primary. You're the primary caregiver of a loved one that's on the spectrum, that's either have severe autism, that have moderate autism, or that's on the borderline, that can speak, those that cannot speak, but that you're there. And I understand. My son is 20 years old, so I understand. Um, that just praying that that y'all go with me here. Um, I was 30 years old when I had Ray John. I lived in Jacksonville, Florida. Um, I lived off of Playaway in Arlington. I had him at Memorial. Went in labor. When I went in labor, my file said my allergies, and at that time my allergies was I was allergic to the powdered gloves, and I was not to be checked with powdered gloves. Long story short, the doctor checked me with powdered gloves, and I coded. So I remember everything went black. There was nothing there, and I died for 4 minutes, still with Rajon inside of me. Um, Rajon was born, came through the code. I remember coming through and it said code blue secure. Came through. I had nobody there with me. It was just me and my husband. And that was before he made it back. Harry John. Um, Stayed in Memorial, I think, a whole day. The next day they circumcised him. Uh, some kind of, how they have them in that little chute thing, like the little legs dangling, little pee pee out. Uh, the doctor did it, and they have the little thing to go in and just do it. And I don't think they measured it right, but anyway, he almost lost his pee pee. His leg was bent, and I remember his little leg popped out of place, and they just popped it back in like nothing. There's a lot of things that went on that time that I think that contribute to uh, him developing autism. Made it home. Long story short, he was flourishing. He was talking about 9 months, started walking at about 10, 11 months. By one, he was potty trained. Everything was on track a little ahead of time. So it took him to Memorial. I took him to Universal Boulevard to the clinic. Excuse me, for his 2-year-old shots. It was coming up. He was about 18 months then. Took him there. Got his shots, his 2-year-old shots. Went home, did everything protocol, Tylenol, and Advil for fever. Guess about 2 or 3 o'clock that morning, after being, back and forth, Tylenol, Motrin. 2 o'clock that morning, I took his temperature, so he felt warm. 102. I said, oh God, no. So I gave him the Tylenol, and I said no. And not even 20, 30 minutes, I checked his temperature again. Temperature's still going up. It went up to 104. I said, okay, I'm taking him to Shands. Took him to Shands. And they was like, oh, this baby's burning up. So they're doing everything. Started IV, trying to get his fever down, dampen him down, giving him Motrin, Tylenol. I think about 6 o'clock that morning we left. His fever finally got down. Put him in the bed with me, wound up falling asleep. Now 8 o'clock, 8:30 that morning, he was at the kitchen table, had a spoon in his hand, and just crying. I'm like, Rajon, you want cereal? And he usually say, yeah, cereal, mama. He said nothing else. He never talked. No more after that. Never. He said nothing else. And I'm like, why is he not using his words? So, as time went on, and, you continue to live your life. So, I'm going to save the rest of my journey with Rajon and to, just saving the rest of that conversation for my next video. But I always believe God put him in my life for a reason. And I believe that the strength that I have gotten to continue to keep him at home without having to permanently hospitalize him, it gotta be the strength that God give you on the inside of your gut. The strength that God give you in your mind, in your heart. God gave me a heart that loves unconditionally and continues to love even through pain, through tiredness, through overwhelm. As a parent that's raising an autistic child, it's gotta be God. Or you, Sean, or your wife. Whatever your higher being is, whatever you call it, whatever name you want to stick to, what's giving you strength, that's what it is for you. I don't knock nobody religion. I don't knock nobody whatever gives you strength to make another day, to go forward, to impact people's lives, to love each other without condition, and always be in a state of, if I wronged you, please forgive me. Apologetic state, a loving state. Then that's I thank God for the strength. And you continue to thank your higher being for the strength. If I can get 1 or 2 people that really understand me, it could be quite lonely. Quite lonely. If you don't know that you are a special being, that you was put here for a reason, that God keeps you, God comforts you, God empowers you, then I guess it could be quite lonely and quite scary. But know who you are. You're strong. You're great. You can have anything you want because we've been empowered from on high. Love y'all. Until tomorrow.